welcome. My name is Samuel Keeler. I'm the Executive Director and Founder of Liberties City Arts. I wanted to welcome you all to our inaugural event, Leader in the Liberties. I wanted to thank first all of you, yes, and especially Northern Liberties Neighborhood Association for letting us use this space. It was a little questionable at first, but I think it works really, really great for this recital, and so I hope you guys enjoy that. I also want to thank our artists, specifically Amanda, my wife. Our other singers, Robbie, Colin, Rachael, and our two pianists, Ting Ting and Michael. And I also wanted to thank my wife, Amanda. For those of you who weren't here last night, I forgot to say her name. So hopefully the bed is more comfortable than the couch tonight. If you want to stay in touch with us, you can follow any of these QR codes and it takes you to our website. There you'll find email sign-ups. We're also on all the social medias at this point. I'm sure many of you saw that. I also wanted to bring to your attention some of our upcoming events. We're going to be doing some concerts just 2 blocks that way over at Liberty Lands Park. We'll be doing a program called Broadway on Bodine, and then our opera in the open. So those will be finalized here in the coming weeks, and so look out for those on there. A couple of reminders, please silence your cell phones. There will be an intermission of about 15 minutes. We'll see how long. We only have one bathroom in the back there, so we'll take however long everybody needs. Please, if you feel so inclined, go to our website again, and on our donate page, you can designate in the notes tips for our singers. So that will be going straight to them. I won't be taking a cut or anything. So please, if you enjoy it tonight, take a minute and just pass along your thanks in the form of some love for them. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and skid you on out, and we'll let the singers come in and give you a great show.
Hello, good evening. I'm going to start tonight's program with a piece that's special to me. This is Widmung by Schumann. It's the first piece in Märchen, which is a song cycle that Robert presented to his wife, Clara, on the eve of their wedding. Clara was a great composer in her own right, and you'll hear Rachael sing some of her work later in the program. This piece very much captures the complex facets of love and partnership. As Sam mentioned, we are married. We got married earlier this past October. Robert dedicated this piece to Clara, and I think of this as sort of a dedication to Sam. Du meine Seele, du mein Herz, du meine Welt, du mein Schmerz, du meine Welt, in der ich lebe, mein Himmel, du, deine Schwebe, und du mein Grab, in das
singing selected songs from the song cycle Stille by Robert Schumann. This translates to love songs, and the original text was written by Heine. In these songs, Schumann and Heine shed light on the drama and emotions of companionship during and after a relationship. Some of the emotions expressed in these selections are jealousy between lovers, confusion of one's feelings, sadness from the loss of a loved one, and wonder of the fairyland in one's dreams.
Ein Jüngling liebt ein Mädchen, die hat eine andere Welt. Der andere liebt eine andere und hat sich mit dieser vermählt. Das Mädchen nimmt aus Ecken den ersten besten Mann, der in den Flecken laufen, der Jüngling ist übel dran. Es ist eine alte Geschichte, das bleibt sie immer neu. Und wenn sie was passiert, dann bricht das Herz entzwei. Ich hab im Traum geweinet. Mir träumte, du lägest im Grab. Ich wachte auf und die Träne floss noch von der Wange herab. Ich hab im Traum geweinet. Mir träumte, du lägest im Grab. weinte, noch lange bitterlich. Ich hab im Traum geweinet, mir träumte, du wärst mir noch gut. Ich wachte auf und ich dahmer strömt meinen Himmelflut. Allnächtlich im Traume seh ich dich und sehe dich freundlich, freundlich grüßen, und laut auf einen stürz ich mich zu deinen süßen Füßen. Du siehst mich an, womit ich lieg, und schüttelst das blonde Käppchen, aus deinen Augen schleichen sich die hellen Tränenschöpfchen. Du sagst mir heimlich ein leises Wort und gibst mir den Strauß von Zypressen. Ich wache auf und der Strauß ist fort, und fort hab ich vergessen. Als alten Mädchen winkt es hervor mit weißer Hand, da singt es und da klingt es von einem Sauerland, wo bunte Blumen blühen im golden Abendlicht und lieblich duften glühen mit bräutlichem Gesicht. Und grünen Bäumen singen nur alte Melodien, die liebsten heimlich klingen und Völker schüttern drein. Und Nebel schweigen vor Haus der Erde vor, und tanzten, luften, reigen im wunderlichen Chor, und blaue Funken brennen an jedem Blatt und Reis, und rote Lichter kennen im jeden Kreis, und lauter Quellen brechen aus wildem Marmorstein, und seltsam in den Bächen strahlt Worte Widerschein. Ach, könnt ich dorthin kommen und dort mein Herz erfreuen, und alle Qual und Namen und frei und selig sein. Ach, jenes Land der Wonne, das seh ich oft im Traum, doch kommt die Morgensonne, zerfließ wie ein Schaum, zerfließ
little bit about Robert from Amanda. Clara, there's a lot to be said about her. She was hugely successful as a pianist and a teacher. She was known for her bold harmonies, adventurous modulations, rhythmic freedom. But my favorite and most notable is she transformed the reputation of her initially unsuccessful husband. She was a big champion for him. The first piece I'll be singing is Stille, Lotosblume. And I want you to listen for the triplets that starts almost every single measure in the accompaniment. And it reminds me of the rocking gentle waves. There are also stretches at the ends of phrases that evokes a real sense of wonder. The second piece that I'll be singing is Liebst, Schönheit. It's a wildly popular poem. You'll be hearing another iteration of it by our wonderful Colin in just a little bit. But this one was from a 12-song set, 12 Gedichte aus Liebesfrühling, that she collaborated on with Robert. And Clara only had 3 songs in all 12, which, if you're a Beatles fan, it's giving me major George Harrison vibes, but we all know, if you're a Beatles fan, that those were the best songs. So I think it's the same. But this one is very strophic, so it's the same melody with some small changes, different words, and it makes the last verse feel much more meaningful. And listen how the accents change throughout the piece, and the rhythmic changes as well.
Die Stille, Lotosblume, steigt aus dem langen See. Die Blätter
performed. This one's by Mahler. It's always kind of interesting to hear two settings of the same poem by different composers back to back. It's also kind of tricky as a performer because now I have this text with this totally different melody, but I'm going to try to stay in Mahler land. So you can all sort of listen to this one and sort of see if you can spot any differences maybe in the way Mahler viewed this text.
Liebst Schönheit und ich mich lieber die Sonne, sie trägt ein goldenes Haar. Liebst du Jugend und ich mich lieber den Frühling, der jung ist jedes Jahr. Liebst du Schätze und ich mich lieber die Meerfrau, sie hat viel Perlenklar. Liebst du Liebe, oh ja, ich
next song is one of Brahms' most classic songs. This is Melodien. I'm sure a lot of you will probably recognize this one. This poem is sort of talking about how difficult it is to pin down how difficult it is to sort of pin down an idea or an emotion, feeling, and how words can't really do that justice most of the time. We have lots of words, but still there are certain things that you can't just say with a word, and so that's why we have poetry and music and art, and those sorts of things can capture the more complex things better than our limited vocabulary.
Die Melodien zieht es mir leise durch den Sinn, wie Frühlingsblumen blüht es und schwebt wie Duft dahin. Und schwebt wie Duft Keime, ein feuchtes Auge ruft.
So, I'm going to ask you to use your imagination for a moment. It was terribly rainy earlier today. The sun's starting to peek out, but if you could, imagine that it was last weekend. The sun is shining. It's warm, but it's not too warm outside. The birds are singing, and the flowers have just started to bloom. It's a beautiful spring day. Can we imagine? Arius can help this next piece. The piano rolls in like a soft breeze, blooming in until it is like a celebration of spring, much like the season does.
Frühling lässt sein blaues Band, viele Worte durch Düfte, süße, wohlbekannte Düfte streifen an ins Vatersland. Falschen Träumen Sohn, wohl in bald erkommen. Husch, von Fellen ein leiser Harfenton. Floringer, du bist's, das hab ich vernommen, ja, du
My next piece today will be by Franz Schubert. And I think Franz Schubert is the composer that most of us think of when we consider German lieder. And this next piece is one of his most well-known. It's a hymn to the art of music, how it can be transportive and comforting when the world is chaotic. So many of us feel that way about music, and for many singers and pianists, this genre, lieder, can feel specifically that way as well. It's a truly collaborative art form, and it uses both the piano and the voice as equal storytellers in a way that's really unique and special. And sharing all of that with you is a gift, so thank you.
600 songs, 600 works at least. Late classical, early romantic, and lots of piano music. And you can really tell in his art song, for sure. Both of the pieces that I'll be singing, you can tell in the accompaniment the color and the playfulness in the piano. And the first song that I will be singing, as the kids say, I don't know if the kids still say it, I'm old, lives in my head rent-free. It's Frühling Staub. It is one of my favorite art songs of all time. The song illustrates how playful and mischievous the spring wind can be, with its ever-moving 16th notes, and see if you can catch the echoes of the new spring sounds in the first piece. The second, Rasko Zaviba, is dedicated to Salieri, which was his teacher. Salieri was a rival of Mozart, but we won't let Mozart know, it's okay. I just picture like two 12-year-olds like duking it out. I know they were old. This song was written during a snowstorm, and so it really is evocative of the swirling snow depicted by the fast descending 16th notes. Lots of drama, lots of dynamic contrast, fast-paced, passionate. It is a wild ride from start to finish, so the two pieces couldn't be more different.
Der
start off the second half with some Schoenberg, and I'm sure many of you know Schoenberg is kind of like, you know, pretty inaccessible, atonal, like, you know, maybe like not something that you want to listen to, or maybe you do. But this is from earlier in Schoenberg's career when he was about 25. He was still kind of a student. This piece, it definitely is adventurous, but it also sort of does at times sort of linger back in the world of like Wagner and Strauss, and there are 4 songs in this cycle, and we're going to do them all sort of through. They're not really that related, except maybe by the fact that they all sort of explore they explore complex emotions through like painterly qualities. This was a time in the world of poetry where poets were experimenting with adding more colors and borrowing things from music to use in their poetry. And so these poems are very ambiguous. You might, if you're going to read the text, you might not actually understand what it's about, but they are sort of about vibes, and Schoenberg was very inspired by that, and he went on to become even more fascinated with vibes. But so I hope you enjoy these poems, these songs, and Aus dem Meer grünen Teiche, neben die roten Villa, unter der toten Eiche scheint der Mond. Wo ihr dunkles Abbild durch das Wasser greift, steht ein Mann und streift einen Ring von seiner Hand. Drei Opale blinken durch die bleichen Steine, schwimmen rot und grüne Funken und versinken. Und küsst sie, und seine Augen leuchten wie der meergrüne Grund. Ein Fenster tut sich auf. Aus die roten Villa, neben die toten Eiche, winkt ihm eine bleiche Frauenhand.
Wen soll dich mahnen, dass du mir die Haare küsstest? Schenk mir deinen seidenen Schwarm, jeden Abend will ich ahnen, wem du dich im Bade richtest. Oh Maria, oh Maria, schenk mir alles, was du hast, meine Seele ist nicht eitel, stolz empfang ich deine Segen. Schenk mir deine schwerste Last. Willst du nicht auf meinen Scheitel, auf dein Herz nachlegen? Gib mir deine Hand, nur den Finger, dann sieh ich diesen ganzen Erdkreis als mein eigen an. Oh, wie blöd mein Mann, seh dir's doch nur an, dass ich mit dir über die Wolken in die Ferne kann. In die braunen, rauschenden Nächte flittert ein Licht herein, grün, golden ein Schein. Blumen blinken auf und Grieße, und die singenden, springenden Waldfeste allein. Und Erinnerungen Und ich sehe deine goldenen Haare glänzen, und ich sehe deine goldenen Augen glänzen in die grünen Robben Nächte. Und mir ist, ich liege neben dir auf den Rasen und hörte dich wieder aus dem blitzenblanken Südings in die blauen Himmelslüfte blasen. In die braunen, wühlenden Nächte flittert ein Licht, ein goldener
translated to All Souls Day, was composed by Richard Strauss with text written by Hermann von Gill. It is a song about the day with the same name that commemorates loved ones who have passed. In this song, the singer remembers a loved one and has fond memories with them in May.
Ja.
earlier this evening, they weren't really like the composer power couple that Clara and Robert Schumann were. Alma had been composing since she was 9 years old, and when she and Gustav got married, he insisted that he have the compositional spotlight, and she agreed to support him rather than focus on her own musical endeavors. And we can all think what we want to about that, and that's fine, to each their own. But when he passed away, she did take up composing again in earnest, and I'm personally very glad that she did. Her compositional voice is very unique and interesting. It's very cool. In Die Stille Stadt, the silent city, you can really hear the fog creeping through and obscuring any sounds or light, and how unsettling that might be to a traveler wandering through. And it's pretty eerie until a light shines through and the song of a child's lullaby makes things a little more comforting.
Was written by Strauss, with text written by John Henry Mackay. Through this song's beautifully melodic piano accompaniment that continually rises in the left hand, Strauss also uses text painting to demonstrate to the listener what the poem is describing: a rising sun and rising waves on the seashore. The last verse contrasts this by the piano playing full chords in a slower, more calming fashion, One could relate this to the stillness before the sunrise. And in the phrase after this, the piano plays the beginning ascending phrase alone, which could be interpreted as the sunrise.
To deal with as a calm acceptance, greeting death like falling asleep after a long day. Kirsten Flogstad made the premiere, and I just so happened to hear a story about her that I would love to share with all the vocal nerds in the audience tonight. I know you're around in there somewhere. Kirsten Flogstad, she said that when she's singing, it feels like a waterfall going down her sternum, but she only lets out a tiny trickle. So next time you're in your practice session, try that. It's wild. But something that I love about this piece, there are so many things, but there are two larks that you'll see. You won't see the larks, but you'll see the translation. But there are two larks in this piece, and they're peppered in through the whole thing, and they're depicted by a little trill that I want you to listen for. And to me, it depicts, the soul of mine and my beloved, that we'll be together even in death. And may we all be so lucky, right?
Blues by Strauss, with text written by Gil also. This song is simply the singer's thanks and appreciation towards their loved one for helping them become their better self.
Ja, du weißest, teure Seele, dass ich fern von dir mich quäle, Liebe mag die Herzen krank. Habe Dank. Einzig dich der Freiheit sächer, och der Name tiefsten Becher, und du segnetest den Trank. Habe Dank. Und beschworst darin die Besen, bis ich, was ich nie gefressen, heilig, heilig ans Herz dir sagt. Habe Dank.
Just one last time, I want to say thank you so much for being here. I hope you all enjoyed the program. I know I could have done it another 8 times, or I could have sat in the back and enjoyed it another 8 times. But I just want to say thank you so much to you guys for being a part of our first event, and for all of you guys for being a part of the second production of our first event. I just have a great idea that next time we do a leader series, we'll have the singers sit in the corner the whole time with us. so that they get the recognition they deserve. This art form is really truly collaborative, and you are much more than collaborators to us. You really are our rock when we're up here singing this stuff. So thank you. I just wanted to one more time say, if you want to give some extra to them, I know there are singers out there. Please don't give extra as a singer. We need to get the other people to support the art. So you can go to our website, libertycityarts.org/donate. Just make a little note there that it's a tip for our musicians and singers, and I will make sure that gets done. So thank you so much once more. If you have time tonight, enjoy our wonderful neighborhood. There are many great restaurants and stuff just a couple blocks over on 2nd Street. Yeah, thank you.